Arbolino, who is resplendently dressed, but he still has that stain on his shirt.
I always have
It's
the
not
stain
as
on my
bad.
shirt. Can I explain?
It's not as
Go
bad.
to a dry cleaner,
No,
man.
listen. Why does it matter if you can't see it under my apron when I go to work?
So you're gross.
Don't you care how you appear to me?
No, hold on. Actually, in his defense, all kidding aside, I really don't care. I just like making fun of you.
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever.
I mean,
It's whatever.
I usually have some stains on my shirt if I accidentally spill some water or something.
Yeah,
my
but that's
shirt will
different.
have
That's
stains on
water.
it.
I don't even know what
I've
that
been
What
is.
exactly is that?
I've
Hold on,
been-
come over here. I'll lick it and taste it.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was
please
coffee.
Don't you ever do that
But-
again.
Look, I've been here for so long where it's like,
I don't care.
yeah, whatever.
And besides,
You guys
you're,
know this is all love.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes, I know that. And besides, you're actually right. Your apron is covering that. But honestly, Tom, it's an eyesore. Just get it clean.
Good. You should get it cleaned, man. Gee whiz.
Why should I get it clean when I'm not going to be working there in like a month?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Because
right.
I'm going away. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Wait, aren't you still going to need a dress shirt for something?
Oh, well, yeah, but no, I don't like white dress shirts.
Oh, okay.
They
Just
get
blue?
dirty too easy.
Blue dress shirts, is that what you like?
Blue's cool.
Navy blue, like that kind of stuff, like
I don't know.
dark stuff.
I don't know.
Dark stuff.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's just say Eric's Twitter.
You can follow. Did I give your Twitter, Dominic? I don't think I did.
No, you didn't.
You did?
At Darbs5258 and Eric Fischetti, the best Twitter here because it's no longer hacked.
Yeah,
you can
thank
follow
you.
on Twitter at Sergeant Fish. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. I know why you guys did that. Got me off of talking about basketball. You don't want to hear me gush about the Nets and their bright future.
Doesn't beat Mario Hezonja, but go on.
All right. The Nets traded Jeremy Lin the right to swap second-round picks in 2023 and their second-round pick in 2025 to the Hawks for Portland's top 55 protected second-round pick in 2020 and the rights to Isaiah Cordonier. In a separate deal, the Nets traded Isaiah Whitehead to the Nuggets for Darrell Arthur, Kenneth Faried, their top 12 protected first-round pick next year, and their second-round pick in 2020. Last year, these guys barely played, so there's no point in mentioning their stats. Guys, do you mind if I take this?
Take it away.
course.
A lot of
That's
moving
true.
parts.
Yeah, there are a lot of moving parts. I'll try to break it down as best I can. If you guys have any questions, obviously shout them out. Jeremy Lin, I had said for a while was going to be traded. When Joe Harris re-signed, I knew Jeremy Lin was going to be traded. I
Especially
said that
with
on air.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, exactly.
On board.
And the latest rumor that Dinwiddie is going to be coming off the bench for Russell, which I really don't like. I want to see them play together. I know they struggled playing together last year, but I want to give them a chance this year when they have another year under their belt. And, you know, it's not like the Nets are going to do anything
more
this
time.
year. Yeah, exactly. I'm not expecting them to be competitive this year.
Develop
Actually,
a connection, get that chemistry.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd rather actually the Nets not be competitive so they can have a big pick for the first time since they drafted Josh Boone or whenever it was. My God, that's a name out of the past. Josh Boone. Only fellow Net fans will remember Josh Boone. Huge bust.
Say it louder for the people in the back. Like, what year was he drafted?
2006, I want to say. Do
I
me a
don't-
favor, check.
I don't remember if I was a fan of the Nets at that
think
point.
it was in the Bargnani draft. Do me a favor and
Ouch.
check.
Ouch.
Check me. I could be wrong on that, but Josh Boone, huge bust. Isaiah Whitehead to the Nuggets. That's just a salary dump so that the Nuggets can get under the luxury tax and the Nets can use their cap space to acquire an asset, which is a first-round pick. Eric?
Josh Boone, round 1, pick 23, 2006.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I feel like you asked these questions that you already know the answer to.
No, I was not.
to make yourself look better.
I was not sure. I was not sure if the year Boone was drafted.
No, but-
I was pretty sure it was the Bargnani draft.
I mean, were they pretty good at that point? 2005, were they pretty good? It was pick 23.
They were just beginning to fall off. They had already had Vince Carter.
Were they still the Jason Kidd Nets?
Yeah, Jason Kidd was still there. Kidd wasn't traded until I think 2008 for Devin Harris. Yeah, dark days. Very dark days. Why'd you bring that up?
I'm sorry.
You brought down my mood.
Okay, was Richard Jefferson still there?
Well, wait a minute. Richard Jefferson was another thing. He ended up leaving not too soon after that. The whole dynasty of the Nets just fell off one by one by one. It was nuts. They ended up selling a first-round pick for $3 million once. Kyle Korver got traded for a fax machine in a parking lot. I mean, gee whiz, it's a whole thing. Darrell Arthur and Kenneth Faried fit the Nets incredibly well. Darrell Arthur's a stretch four. Lord knows Kenny Atkinson loves his stretch fours. Kenneth Faried gives the Nets toughness. He gives them rebounding, gives them interior defense. Fantastic moves by Sean Marks. Eric, you had said that the roster didn't make a ton of sense. It makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yes, now it makes sense.
And I like Kenneth Faried, too. I mean, obviously, we all know the contract is pretty bad, but he's only got 1 year left in his deal, and the Nets can handle that for that 1 year, see what they can get from him, and maybe, if he does play well, you're able to resign him at a much better deal that he has right now, because that's been the whole situation with Kenneth Faried, is that everyone was kind of, scared about his contract because it wasn't the best. But again, you got 1 more year left. I think he could have a good year with the Nets. I think it's a good fit, and I think the Nets did excellent last night. I think they did a really good job.
I don't think Faried is going to play a lot for the Nets, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, signing Ed Davis. They already have Jared Allen.
You're right. Yeah.
I think Faried is going to be the third center, and I don't think he's going to play a lot. The one thing I'll say is, injuries happen. You got to be prepared for anything, so Faried could see more playing time. I see him more in that Mozgov role of, never playing, though. So I don't think he'd be happy about that.
Like an understudy?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he'd be happy with it, but what are you going to do? You're overpaid. You didn't deserve that contract. I do like you. You're a decent little player, but you've fallen out of favor with everyone in the league. Gotta say, I love this for the Nets. I absolutely love this.
They're making really good moves right now. There's a reason for you to be excited.
Especially getting a first-round pick, which obviously we all know that the Nets haven't had because they've traded them all the way to Boston.
Thank you.
It is
What's
just
that flogging Molly
I bet
song,
that's just a
shipping up to
nice
Boston?
thing for Nets fans to see.
Oh, Dropkick Murphy, excuse me.
For Nets fans to see that they have a first-round pick next year, I think it's just a nice feeling. I bet
they
for
have
them
two first-round picks in this
You're
draft.
right. You're right.
It's nuts. I absolutely love it. I don't care about the second-round picks. Think of it this way. In essence, the Nets traded 2 players that weren't going to play for them and shuffled around some seconds for 2 players who fit their roster better and got a first-round pick to boot. How do you not love that as a Net fan?
Yeah.
The future is bright in Brooklyn. Nets have a much better future than the Knicks. They are a team to watch out for in the next 5 years. If everything goes their way, the Nets can become a very good team because they have room to add a couple max salary guys. Jimmy Butler, I know, is disgruntled with the Timberwolves. He fits the Nets perfectly. I'd love him. Klay Thompson, maybe. There are a bunch of options that the Nets can go.
How many contracts are coming off the books for the Nets next year?
A lot. A lot of contracts are coming off the books. The thing is, a lot of the guys that the Nets have are still under control for a while. LeVert, I'm pretty sure, is under control. Musa will certainly be under team control. Damari Carroll comes off the books next year. Ed Davis comes off the books. Jared Allen will still be under team control at a reasonable rate. Kurux will be under control at a reasonable rate. The Nets have plenty of flexibility next summer to have some fun. I really think Jimmy Butler's going to the Nets. I really do.
I mean, Jimmy Butler's definitely coming to New York. I just don't know which one.
He's going to the Nets.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
predicting it now. He's going to the Nets.
I'd rather Kyrie than Jimmy Butler.
I'm not a Kyrie fan. You know I'm not.
Yeah, we know that.
I don't think he can win with him. I don't think he can win with Kyrie Irving. I think he's selfish. You cannot win when Kyrie Irving is your best player. I stand by that. He also doesn't fit the Nets. They have Russell and Dinwiddie. I don't think he really fits the Nets.
And speaking of Jimmy Butler, Eric, you sent this to us, over the break, but Jimmy Butler declined a 4-year, $110 million extension from the Timberwolves. So obviously, like you said,
he can't wait to get out.
The situation's really not that good there. And, it's kind of shocking, too, but you know what? At the same time, this may be a good move for the Timberwolves if they want to make Anthony Towns their max deal guy, because they have been rumored to, possibly try and extend him also.
Yeah.
So I guess you got to choose one, and I think they'd probably rather go with the guy they picked.
I'd rather go with Towns.
No question
I don't
about
see anything
that.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
Wiggins is a pretty good second banana, too, I'll tell you that.
Do you think he's trade bait?
Not really, with the rumors that Butler is unhappy in Minnesota. I don't think they can afford to trade Wiggins.
Yeah, you got to keep at least 2 of them around.
Here's the thing with Wiggins. The guy was called Maple Jordan and ended up being being traded for LeBron James. You can't live up to those expectations. He has put together a very good career. He's not a fantastic player. He's not going to go into the Hall of Fame, but he is a very good player. I like Wiggins a lot.
Wait, traded for LeBron James? You mean Kevin Love?
Kevin Love, right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry. No, you're right.
It made room for LeBron James.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
what I was going to say. It made room, but I was like, wait, let me see.
Technically speaking, he was traded for LeBron James because LeBron wouldn't have gone if Wiggins wasn't traded and they didn't get Kevin Love. So
that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to make that connection. I was like, wait, I think he might have messed up.
Kevin Love, gee whiz. You know what? It doesn't matter. LeBron's gone anyway. He's banished to L.A.
That's true.
Banished to L.A. where he can lose in the first round unless they get Kawhi Leonard. Oh, man alive. I love this for the Nets. I'm sorry, I can't stop gushing over it. It's been a while since I've been this happy as a Net fan, not since D'Angelo Russell.
You have a reason to be happy. There is nothing wrong with that. As a Knick fan, I can't wait for the day that something goes right, you know?
Which, personally, I feel like it is going right now.
Yeah, so
I will
far
say.
with Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson, it's
and
amazing.
I understand it's just a summer league, so you really can't judge them that hard on it, but they have been playing extremely well, and it's just a good sign to see. It's just, you don't want to jump the gun, but you're happy to see it.
From now on, that stupid family has to boo everything that the Knicks do, so that way they're better.
Oh, I hate them.
I hate them too. It's annoying.
I don't like the fact that they're shown all the time.
Because they give Knicks fans a bad name. This
It's
is
all
like,
for publicity.
That's why they're the Knicks. They hate everything. They want, well, yes, we do want to win now as Knicks fans, sure, but you just give the organization a shot now.
Also, you can't, I'm sorry, but you can't even look at those fans, because all those fans are either Long Island or city 14-year-old kids that are either in middle school, going from middle school to high school, that don't know anything about basketball, and they just wanted a big-time name, and they didn't
want
get
a name.
it. That's all they are. I'm sorry. If you look at everybody that was in the crowd at the NBA draft, they all seem so young.
Dominic, I agree with you 100%.
You can't look at them. I'm sorry. It's not like the NFL draft. It's the NFL draft. You have all different ages, you know? Mm-hmm. But literally
but
just the NBA draft
always gets booed, though.
Well, yeah. Well, except for
Darnold.
Darnold didn't.
Darnold did not get booed.
Because everybody was shocked.
Williams got booed?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Leonard got booed.
Jamal Adams got booed a little bit.
Maybe a little, but
there were a bunch of people who wanted O.J. Howard. That's why.
I'm so glad they did not take O.J. Howard, I can tell you that.
My God, I look like an idiot. Gee whiz. You're listening to Beyond the Game on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. We are live twice a week, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 3 p.m. I am Jacob Volk, sitting across from me, Dominic Arbolino and Eric Fischetti. Number to call if you have something on your mind is 516-572-7440. So let's broaden our basketball horizons here. The Spurs re-signed Davis Bertans to a 2-year deal worth $14.5 million. Last year, he had 5.9 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, and 1 assist per game. What are your thoughts on the deal?
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
I understand that this is the NBA and they have so much money to spend, but when I'm just looking at his stats from last year, it's too much money. I feel like that's too much money for a guy that's playing like that. And I understand when you look at the NBA, their contract situations, you know, they can give these players these types of money, but personally, I just feel like it's too much money.
The Spurs are a team to me where they're very system-oriented. If you've been in the system, you know how Popovich works. So if he's been in the system and they want to give him this contract, I'm not reading too much into it, only because, you know, just to me, the Spurs are like the Patriots.
No,
they're system people.
This move is not making me go crazy or anything, because it's not like he's going to be a big-time player for the Spurs. At least personally, I don't think so. But it just aggravates me with the NBA that, you know, players like of this caliber are able to get so much money for barely doing anything.
Would it make you feel better if I told you that it's $7.25 a year? Does that make you feel a little better?
I mean, I understand. Obviously, it's split in half, but I don't.
It is an overpay. Davis Bertans isn't great. There were some people who wanted him on the Nets. I'm glad they didn't get him. Going back to the Nets for 2 seconds, I still want him to go after Jabari Parker. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love it if Parker was in net. Maybe the Nets can trade for Carmelo Anthony, dump Damari Carroll on him, and work that out. Jabari Parker goes to the Nets in some kind of a weird move. Marcus Smart isn't happening. I just wanted to get that out there.
That's weird. Nobody wants Carmelo right now.
No, I'm buying out Melo.
No, I know that, but there was a report that came out earlier today that the Thunder couldn't find a trade partner, so they're probably going to buy him out.
Yeah, I'll take the chance on him. If I can dump DeMare Carroll on the Thunder and I can sign Jabari Parker, I'm fine with that.
Because you only have Melo for probably, another year?
No, I'm buying him out.
Oh, yeah, you are buying him out, and then you'll still get okay, fine. Yeah,
The Nets will have Deron Williams, Dwight Howard, and Carmelo Anthony on their payroll.
What a great team for 2010.
I was just about to say NBA champions 8 years ago. Listen, this is a little bit of an overpay. It's not crazy considering some of the other deals we've seen this offseason.
Yeah.